Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to H&M Technologies. In our last video, we installed Python and set up VS Code or coding studios, right? Yeah. Today we are on topic 3, which is variables, Python variable and memory allocation. And this is where actual program begins. Now, before we jump into code, let me ask you something fun. So you know how movie theaters work, right? So there are rows of the seats and every seat has a number. And when you book a ticket, and when you book ticket in my book my show or a district or any booking platform, you get assigned to seat number like a A5 or a C, seat 12 like that. That seat holds you, right? You're the person for a duration of the movie. So variable is a Python. A variable in a Python work exactly the same way. Like a variable like a seat in a theater, and it has a name and it holds a value. And just like you can vacate the seat and someone came to that movie next, and variable can hold different values, different types, like the how movie seats, I mean a movie theater seats holds different persons for in a day, like that. Exactly right. Oh, let me open a VS Code to see a real world problems. This is a VS Code. I created a file called a variable.py. Now, what is a variable? So officially, a variable is a variable is a named storage, named storage location in a memory that holds a value. So variable is a named storage location in a memory that holds a value. Let me show you a simple example. So I'll use name that equal to rf. So I'm going to print my name. Yeah, this is the name variable. Here it is a variable. Send a name Ravi. In a print statement, what will happen is exactly whatever inside this print parenthesis, it will going to do, show in an output terminal. Now, if I give without giving a variable, if I write my name here, like not my name, some random name, print Ravi. Yeah, here you can see output is in the right side you can see output. Yeah, this is output. Instead of this, I'm going to give that name in a variable called name, and now I'm going to use a different name, Vamsi, and now I'm going to print a Vamsi name. Here you can see Vamsi. Yeah, now let me give some detailed example. So name and age is 25, height is 5.8, right? See here, name is a string as a name. Age is a 25, it is an integer, and height is 5.8, right? This is a kind of a data type. This is the data, this is the data, this is the data. This is a variable. Variable just holding a name. Now what if age is at 25 here and after age equal to age plus. Now in the situations, if I age equal to 26, like that I can print. Now print. Age. See, age is at 26. Here age is 25. After that, age is at 26. I can change this. Instead of that, I can also do this. Age plus 1. Now 26. This is what happens with Python. You can assign a new value whenever you want, like this. Now, I'm going to give some examples like this is a variable. You saw that. Now let's understand what actually happens inside a Python memory when you create a variable. Imagine Python memory like a huge multiplex. Okay, thousands of screens. Every time you create a variable, Python will do screen booking a screen that finds an empty memory in a location and stores the value that puts your data in a location. Gives it a name like a variable with a variable name. Let me show you something really interesting. I'll give, yeah, okay, I'll take movie. Yeah, Avengers Endgame. I'm going to print this movie name. Here you output C. Instead of printing, I use ID. What is ID? Is ID gives the actual memory address, the exact location where Python stores Avengers Endgame in your computer memory. So every variable has a unique address whenever you create a variable. So every variable has a unique address and a memory location. Just like every screen in a multiplex has a screen number, screen unique screen numbers, like a screen 1, screen 2, screen 3, like that, and the seat numbers are unique. So seat numbers are same must be. So A12, B12, like that. And now I'll show you Avengers Endgame 2, and I'm going to print this also. This is the movie with the Avengers Endgame. This is the movie variable Avengers Endgame 2. Here you can see two different memories are created. So two unique different memories. When you change the value, the memory address changes too. Python didn't modify the old location. It changes exactly. It creates a brand new location. Like for movie Avengers Endgame 2, it create another location. And old Avengers Endgame gets cleaned up automatically whenever we see it's like in a garbage collection in a memory location. I have like how in a movie theaters after show how they clean the theater like that. After that, we are sending another value to the same variable. The previous old variable is cleaned up, right? Whenever you call the movie, is a print a movie, you will get Avengers Endgame too, right? I'll try to print a movie. See, which we will get Avengers Endgame too. We're not getting Avengers Endgame first one without. We're getting Avengers Endgame too. So this is a old one. This is the new variable of movie variable. So use a movie variable is same, and we have two unique names. And we see we named as a variable called a movie and the name, age, height. Now let's talk about naming a variables because you can't just name them anything. Think like you can movies in a there are certain rules. You can't have two movies with the exact same name releasing in the same day, right? Similarly, Python has rules for variable names. Some valid variable names I'll show you. Yeah, name once is a valid, age, height. This is also see. This is a valid variable name. Age is a valid variable. This is also variable name. This is also variable. Now I'll show you some invalid variable names. Like yeah, you can see. See if I try to run this, it will immediately throw an error. Invalid decimal literal, right? Variable name should not starts with a number. You can see here. Variable name should not starts with a number. Like and variable name should not starts with a special character. Variable name should not contain any special character. A variable name should not contain a space and name one. Variable name should not contain special character like this also. Instead of that, only I'll show you what exactly variables. Start with a letter or a underscore. Never starts with a number or a special character. Use only letters, numbers, underscores. Never use a special characters or space. And no spaces between. Instead of space, use a underscore. And no Python keywords. Python keywords like if, for, while, like this. We don't use this Python keywords. Variable names are case sensitive. I'll show you case sensitivity. Name equal to Vamsi and Naresh. So if I try to print, yeah, here you can see output. Name is Vamsi and name is Naresh. Both are not same. Here name is different and here name is different. This is a case sensitivity example. Okay. And I'll show variable name best practice. But you can't specify names like um, x equal to Naresh, y equal to Vamsi. Like that, we don't never use this like that, this type of names because x is what, y is what, we don't know. No. In the same way, we use instead of x and y variable, we use this is the name one, this is the name two, or you can use student name. There is a student name and there is a teacher name. Like to see how so relevant the names are there. There's a you can see student name is Naresh, teacher name is Vamsi, like this. This is the efficient way to name these variables. And one main thing is Python has some really cool shortcut for assigning variables, like assigning the same value to multiple variables. Imagine if I'll three movies are released in same year, like I'll show you. Multiple assignment. I'll first take an example. Okay. Persons like Ramu and Ravi, Raju. These are all the students, 10th standards, right? Now I'll print Ramu, 10th standard, Ravi, 10th standard, I'll Raju, 10th standard. So for Ramu, Ravi, Raju, I assign a value 10th standard. This way you can assign multiple names, right? We have another way to assign multiple values. Okay, here it is a value is a one same value. So that's why I have these three variables have a same one value. If I have three different values for three variables like this name, age, height, right? Name is Vamsi and height 20, age 25, 28. This way I can say in one line also I can assign like this. Now output is like name is Vamsi, is age 25, height 5.8. This way you can print this. Here it is the same value with three different variables. Here three different variables with different values. And what if I have is constant variables like we have some constant variables. In movies, some things never change, like a cla or a year and some maximum prices for movies or a GST percentage and a released year. So those are constant. We can't change now. Um, I'll show you maximum speed or a maximum max ticket price. I'll take max ticket price is 1,000. We can't charge more than 1,000. This is a constant value. And some platform name or Udemy or movie. I'll take a Cinema X. Yeah. And one more variable called GST percentage. In this case, GST percentage or a GST rate. Same. It is also a constant. We can't change. And yeah, okay, fine. All caps tells you for every developer it is a constant values. You don't need to change these values. So Python allows to change it, but it makes sense to every developer when you see. So in your team, some of more than a 2 or 3 persons is working. So if another teammate sees this one, so that means that makes sense. No, this is the constant. We don't need to change this like that. So this is the way mostly where developers use this way, naming constant. And one more way is mostly snake case, all these variable names, all these variable names in a lowercase. There's a snake case. Python variables are mostly in naming in that way only. Now taking input from user, I'll tell you input from user. Yeah, now I'll show. In this way, I'm going to take input. So if I run this, it'll ask you to enter your name. Sorry, wait a second. Yeah, here I got output. Yeah, so it will show you enter your name. Like what is output? Name input or enter your name is the first line. Enter your name, Naresh, and enter your age 25, and here it is our output. Your name is Naresh, your age 25. So print, I'm printing this way, right? This is where we take input from users. Just getting name for this variable. I don't know name. Age, I don't know. I'm taking input from a user name and age. So this is the efficient way to take input from users, right? Yeah, here's everything we covered today. So variable is a named storage that holds a value. And ID shows memory address or a variable address like IDF that one, right? Here you can see print ID, movie ID, and naming rules. We have some specific rules to name variables, valid name rules, and invalid names. You can try invalid name also, any valid names this way. And the snake case, Python's standard naming style. This is the snake case. All these uppercase letters in a variable we call a snake case. Multiple assignment. Yeah, here you can see multiple variables, same value. Multiple variables with multiple data types or values, right? And constant like this. So constant all. So we not need to change these constants and input taking from a user, right? Yeah, today we didn't just learn a variable. We understand how Python exactly stores data in a memory, like how professional developers name their variables. Even a builder, use this you building platforms like Book My Show thing. So this way they used to st create a variable like this, naming a variable like this only. Yeah. In our next video, we are going to learn about data types. What we'll see different kind of a value or can hold a variable or a integer like here person, name, age, height. We'll see this is a name in string. 25 is an integer, 5 pound is a float. We'll see in detail in a next video, right? Thank you for choosing HM Technologies. Happy coding, everyone. Bye.